Hey all, my name is Babbles, and welcome back to the Biome Building Challenge, where I am getting assigned a random biome, either through a spinner wheel or through comments, and I have to build whatever I can think of in that biome with no planning. So today I'm in the Pale Garden biome because I got quite a few comments asking for this one. And I'll be honest, I've never built in a Pale Garden, and I think this might be the first time I've actually been in the biome. I am really behind on my world exploration. So I'm pretty excited to really delve into this biome because I do want to try to use blocks from the biomes I'm building in. There's just a slight issue with this one. It's tiny. This is it. So we're going to be flexing some real creative muscles today, trying to get a build into this. But looking at this, I think I have a bit of an idea, and it might be a little bit stereotypical, but I'm thinking spooky cabin. And I'm wondering about putting it into the cliff, just to try to make the best use of the space I've got here. Okay, so I think to start off, I'm going to remove this tree just to give myself a little bit more space. Yeah. Make sure I get all the hidden logs. Okay. Now let me see. I think I want to try to work with the landscape as much as I possibly can. Maybe make it seem like the land is swallowing up the cabin. And I'm too impatient for this to despawn. And there we go. Get rid of that. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with the pale oak wood to kind of frame it out. Ooh, I think I want to try to build it on a bit of a diagonal. That's something that I haven't done very often. I think I've done it once. But this could be fun. Like I've said before, there is absolutely no planning that goes into these builds. I just kind of want to dig in and see what I can get done just going for it. I don't think I like that angle. I'm gonna move this out one more. Get rid of that. And now I hate this angle. Okay. This is what it's all about. This is the trial and error. Good enough. Okay. And now this way. I will admit, this is kind of what my process is when I draw. I do draw very frequently, and usually in the beginning, I just kind of get out a rough shape extremely messily, and then go from there with the details. Oh, I'm already not very good at roofs, so we'll see how this goes building on a diagonal, because I don't want it to be too straight in terms of like the axes like this, but I do want it to be straight when it comes to the diagonal. Okay, this looks messy, but we can clean it up a bit, take away the support blocks. I kind of like that. It looks weird, but I think that's kind of what I want to go for. So now I'm just going to take this back. To nah, I want it to end right about there. So now we do the diagonal going down. Yeah, and then that way it'll look like the landscape is kind of coming up around it. Okay, that looks real wonky, but I think that's what I want. So now I'm going to just kind of fill this in with the stripped wood. This will be interesting. Oop. I'll get rid of that. So like I've said, I have built on a diagonal once before, but for that one I kept it very kind of uniform so I wouldn't get too lost in the angle. But this one, like I said, I want it to be kind of full of wonk, if you will. So I am going to just kind of put blocks places and hope it works out. Now I think I'll go up one. We'll just get this laid out and then we can clean it up after. Okay, so there's that. We'll do that, and I think... Oh, nope, that'll show on the outside. Will that show? Yes, but maybe we can get away with doing that. I think we can. Okay, so now to fill in the side bits. I thought that was carpet. It was not. Oh, no. There. Okay, so I'm actually going to redo this because the ones on that side are in line with the roof, or never mind, problem solved. So you may have noticed I have some diorite in my inventory, and I think that's because I think I can kind of make it look a little worn down, maybe? This is my... Well, it's not my first time playing around with these blocks, but I haven't played around with them a whole lot. So I'm just kind of experimenting, seeing what goes with what. And yeah, I think that works. But I do think I'm going to have to use it somewhat sparingly. I don't normally build with diorite. I don't think it's as horrible a block as some people think it is, but it's still not great. The uses are somewhat limited, at least in my experience, which in itself is limited. But, you know, experimenting's fun. So I think I'm going to finish the roof out real quick, and I had a bit of an idea for the landscape of this, and for why it might seem so wonky. I think I want this to maybe seem like it had been through a rock slide. And that's why everything looks so worn down. I'm thinking... Well, I'm doing a lot of thinking. But I'm thinking maybe I could make it seem like everything inside had been kind of pushed to the front by all the mud and everything that had come down. And maybe break down the roof a little bit. But in order to break down the roof, I want to get the basic shape of the roof first. And this is turning out to be super weird. So yeah, we can work that out. All I gotta do is replace some of these. Then there's that side, roughly finished. Now for this side. Once again, trying not to get lost in the diagonal. But I will admit it is pretty tricky. Ah. Yeah, that'll work. Let's go in for that one. Okay. So maybe what happens is this side is a little more covered by the rock slide, and I think I can kind of simulate that a little bit now. This will not be the final product. I will be using much more than the pale moss, but just to get an idea for it now. Yeah. And then maybe on this side, I can have a couple holes in the roof. With maybe some quote-unquote rocks. Around it to make it seem like that's what broke it. Yeah. And then here we can have our door. Actually, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to use a trapdoor so that I can make it seem almost like the door has fallen off of its hinges and is laying down sideways. And now let's get some more detail blocks in here, like slabs and stairs. So I can do the stairs there. So that's how you get into the house. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put some of these periodically just around the diorite, so it looks like there are some broken spots in it. Like maybe the house is worn down, and then maybe we can have some sort of window here. Can I use stairs and have it not look weird? Maybe a little. I think the theme for this build is going to be wonk. I just want it to look almost unsettling in its wonkiness. Like maybe it isn't just breaking down, maybe there was something going on with it before. Make it look a little spooky. Okay, now I think I'm gonna go in with some tuff. This one, I think. First time I've used it in this world. And then just kind of replace some of this moss with that because these two blocks blend so well together. It's almost perfect because they both have a little bit of a bluey, greeny undertone. So you can really get some varying textures. Yeah. And then if we go inside, we can put some more of this stuff in here and some more of this. Just kind of make it look like the rocks and things have come in. Now here's a tricky thing. I want it to look like some of the stuff in here has broken, but Minecraft stuff comes in full blocks. I guess I could put a damaged anvil right over there. Maybe put some slabs so it looks like the floor has maybe been broken up and disrupted. Maybe we could have had a little bit of a staircase here. Nah, that looks awkward there. Put a slab there. Now, let's see what else. Furnaces look a little bit broken. Maybe a broken table. Maybe a pot that miraculously survived. Maybe an empty bookshelf. And let's go with a brown bed. Maybe it's been stained. Little work areas over here. Once again, the issue with slabs. Can't place anything anywhere. And maybe even a soul lantern to make it seem like the light is still going, but something's a little bit off with it. Okay. So I think this is it. This was a very quick build, but that's kind of the point in these. I want to build up my confidence as I'm building up my skills to just kind of go through and build whatever I can think of. So here is the Pale Garden build. Now for the next biome building challenge, please do leave a comment down below for what biome you want to see me build in next, but I think I may also put up a poll when it comes closer to the time for me to make the next one, because I got quite a few suggestions and I was able to pick Pale Garden because I saw it pop up multiple times, but maybe a poll would make things a little bit neater. So let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if you like, subscribe if you so choose, and get ready for the next one. I'm really loving this series and I hope you are too. See y'all.